Okay, welcome everyone. It's lovely to see all of you. So my name is Divya Balakrishnan, and I'm the graduate student counselor in the Faculty of Graduate Studies. Our service is called Graduate Student Wellness Services. So we're happy to have you here, and today we're going to take some time, just a short while, to talk about graduate student wellness services, what we can offer you, and we'll also touch upon a few other applicable services that may be useful to you. If you have any questions, there is you could put your hand up or enter it into the chat, and my colleague Debbie will let me know. There'll be some time at the end for some Q&A. And so we'll get started. And also just a note, just to notify you, this session will be recorded as well. Okay. So in terms of graduate student wellness services, how do we support students? What do we actually do? So our mandate is to support the health and well-being, mental health and well-being of all of our graduate students. That's master's and PhD students. And we do this in four specific ways. So namely, we offer the wellness consultation and counseling service. We offer the Graduate Student Wellness Initiative Fund. We also offer the Wellness Workshop Series, which is a new initiative. And finally, the Graduate Student Wellness Support Group. And if you want more information, it's directly on the Faculty of Graduate Studies website. I'm going to go into each of these. So in terms of the wellness consultation and counseling service, this is a fast access, easy to book, free and confidential service for all of our graduate students. So you don't have to pay any additional fee out of pocket. You just, book the session and show up, and I'll show you how to book in just a minute. So it's usually a starting point for graduate students seeking to enhance their mental health and well-being. In terms of the presenting concerns that bring students in to see us, it's really anything under the sun. So if a student is having concerns with stress management, they can come in to see us. It could be something in terms of mental health, like dealing with symptoms of depression, anxiety, substance use concerns, trauma, or they could be having frustrations maybe with their supervisor or with a partner, for example. What I say to grad students is if it's a concern that you're dealing with where you feel like you need to talk to someone, don't sit on it. Come in to see us right away. It's really easy to book. We now have same day appointments, so you don't have to wait 24 hours to book with us. Literally, our portal opens up at about 8:45 a.m. And I'll show you the link in just a second, and you can go right in and book on the same day. The available appointments for this day, today, will be available there, and you can click on the time slot and book, and you're right there scheduled with that specific counselor on this day at that time. So we offer single brief counseling. So what that means is the initial session will be a one-off session. It's 50 minutes in length, so it's 50. Students usually talk about what brought them in for counseling. And then together with the counselor, you can decide whether you need additional sessions or not. So we offer ongoing counseling 6 to 8 sessions. The eighth session is never the last session. We can offer additional sessions to the student depending on the situation. So it's never like the eighth session is done and you can never come back. You can always come back for more sessions. We also offer counseling through phone, the secure video platform, or in person. So the choice is yours. And again, the privacy concern is always, we keep that in mind when we're working with students. And so for those of you who are here, I'm going to ask you to quickly just scan the QR code with your phone because I want to show you how easy it is to book with us. So if you scan that QR code, it'll directly take you to our booking page, which should look something like this, except it'll have today's date and time slots available. So you'll see here student counseling, health and well-being. And then second option is graduate student wellness services. So you want to select number 2, graduate student wellness services, counseling virtual. And then the the counselor's name will come up here. You click on the counselor, and then the times will populate at the bottom here. You click on the time slot available. Today was a busy day, so we don't have any time slots today. But you book your time slot, you click book, and then you're booked with that counselor on that day at that time. If the time slots are all taken for the day, simply email us at gradwell@yorku.ca. That's gradwell@yorku.ca, and it'll be the last slide on, sorry, it'll be on the last slide in our slide deck here today. And you can email us directly there for a session, say tomorrow, or whenever you need the session, and we can schedule it and go from there. Now, sorry, an additional point there. So this is for virtual booking, but if you want in person or phone, you simply email us, like I said, at gradwell@yorku.ca. And I'm going to ask that the questions be saved for the end. Just hold on to your questions, please. Okay, so next we have something called the Graduate Student Wellness Initiative Fund. So the purpose of this fund is to subsidize the costs to develop or implement initiatives related to the promotion, awareness, or enhancement of mental health and well-being for the graduate student community. So students can get up to $1,500 to support these initiatives. In the past, graduate students put on, say, something like a paint night. They put on a hiking event, which were really great initiatives for the graduate student community here. The turnout was great and students really enjoyed it. So it benefited their mental health. This time we're offering it just once in the year. So the deadline will be for December 5th, 2025. And again, for more information, you can go to our website directly. So we have a new initiative called the Wellness Workshop Series. So it will be focusing on personal wellness and getting socially connected to other graduate students who are enrolled in the workshop series. The topics include stress reduction, managing negative thoughts, and then learning specific skills and strategies from the field of positive psychology, which include mindfulness, gratitude, self-compassion, and challenging negative thoughts as well. So we're going to roll this out mid-October. The notifications for this workshop will be coming through on the FGS newsletter. So please keep an eye out on that. That will be, I think, late September. It should be coming out. We're going to be offering this, I believe, every Tuesday afternoon, 1:30 to 3 p.m. And there is a registration link. And we haven't yet updated our website, but we will this week. So the information will be there, the updated information. Next, we have the Graduate Student Wellness Support Group. So this is an excellent support group that it's really peer-led, and it consists and is only for master's and PhD students at York University. And so, like I said, it's student really led, peer-led, and students come in with different sort of issues or concerns that they want to talk about to get support from other graduate students in the group. So it's usually anything under graduate student wellness. So that could be stress management, procrastination, motivation. How do I deal with this concern? Perhaps with my supervisor or the program. How do I get funding in this type of issue with the very specific issues that pertain to graduate student in the realm of graduate student wellness. And so we offer this group every second Wednesday from 1:30 to 3 p.m. Our next group, so we're pausing for September because it's a very busy month, but our next group will be offered October 8th. And our website on FGS is updated with the appropriate up-to-date information. So you can find all that there. And so I'm just going to quickly go over some additional services that will be important to you. So student counseling, health, and well-being. So our service in FGS is called Graduate Student Wellness Services, and we offer counseling supports specifically only for graduate students. So that's master's and PhD students at York University. Student counseling, health, and well-being, they are the main central counseling department at York University. They work with undergraduate students, graduate students, and continuing studies students. Like us, they offer appointments Monday to Friday, 9 to 3 p.m. And they also operate on the brief counseling model. So that is They have the walk-in model, which is single session, and then they offer 6 to 8 sessions. They also have workshops. They have a support group, and more you can look into if you're interested in talking to a counselor there. Next, specifically for graduate students who are international students, so specifically for international students at York University, there's something called GuardMe Student Support Program. This is after-hour support. They offer counseling support and availability 24/7 through chat or telephone. So these are counselors that are available in multiple languages with diverse identities and lived experiences, because that can be very important for some students. That's very important to them. They also offer short-term counseling. So it's not super long-term. It's short-term brief counseling, but they can be a great supplementary supporter when you're going between services. You've maybe ended with us and you need additional support. They can be a great support. Next is Good to Talk. This is a free and confidential helpline for all university students in Ontario. They're available 24/7. They have a texting option as well as a telephone option, so you might want to check them out. Next is Student Accessibility Services. So SAS, an abbreviation, they provide academic supports, so accommodations, to our students at the university. That includes graduate students. Typically, students would have to have some sort of a mental health concern, physical health concern, learning disability, for example, where they can get a note from their doctor explaining and outlining the accommodations they need, what their concerns are, and the student can take that note to SAS, Student Accessibility Services, and arrange an appointment with the accessibility counselors there to be assessed to see what would be appropriate for the student. There's a number of different accommodations that they offer. So for, say, a student who's taking exams, they may get an accommodation to get more time to write their exam or write in a specific room away from the other students. So it really depends on what the student's concerns are. Could also be that the student gets extra time to complete an assignment, more extensions, etc. So again, if you're struggling, Student Accessibility Services may be a good support for you. For those of you who are teaching assistants or employees of the university, there's the workplace accessibility through health, safety, and employee well-being. So if you need any accommodations that way, they can be a great support to you. And again, so just some other support. So again, if you are a TA or employee of the university, the Employee and Family Assistance Program, EFAP, will be beneficial. They have a number of supports. They also have a counseling, they also have like a counseling support through their EFAP service. So that's also something that you can use if you need it. Again, there's the extended health benefits where graduate students get a certain lump sum. I believe it's $300 per semester. And they can use those benefits towards seeking out private therapy, to see a private therapist. Next is York International. So York International has been very, very important and beneficial to our graduate student community. So they can sometimes help with things like student visas, advising on the student visa experience, immigration experience, any troubles or concerns students have. With that, York International has been super important. And then they also have some neat events that can help to connect graduate students with each other or just the international student community. So they're a great resource to check out. Next after that, we have the Learning Skills Service. So they have a website that's a part of York University where they have a number of articles on different topics around managing procrastination, building motivation, how to get organized, time management, etc. So these are all vital components of being successful in graduate school. Next, if you have experienced a sexual assault, the Center for Sexual Violence Response Support and Education can be really beneficial and helpful. So I suggest reaching out to them if that's something that you've experienced in the past. Next, if you're looking to revamp your resume, cover letter, or you need some um, support in your interviewing skills, the Career Center at York University is a great resource. Specifically, her name is Susan Pogu. She's a career counselor at the Career Center. She works directly with graduate students. And they also have a really great job bank, internships that are available to our students at the university. And so it may be of interest to you to look what they can offer you. Next is the Center for Human Rights, Equity, and Inclusion. So if you need to make a formal complaint or you're thinking about making a complaint if your rights have been violated, the Center for Human Rights, Equity, and Inclusion is a great resource to reach out to. And also, if you're not sure about making a complaint, they can walk you through what the complaint process looks like. You don't have to disclose anything. And then they can sort of talk you through it. Okay. So that's that. I'm gonna just pause here for any questions.